Welcome back, watch fans. Another unboxing, but without a box. This one comes on a little stand, and this is the first G-Shock that I'm looking at on the channel. Not the first G-Shock that I owned, however, I picked this up a while back. I have worn it very few times. I am passing it on to another, and I wanted to go over some of the specs, and I think the Casio is one of those brands that just is near and dear to a lot of watch fans' hearts. I remember to this day when I was young, bobbing around in the pool and the ocean, and a Casio was the watch that all the kids wanted. Now, there was also, of course, Timex, but there were other lesser known brands that you would pick up, and Casio was top of the heap. To this day, I have a Casio that's been in my collection, one of my oldest watches I have, and I love that thing. And one day I'll go over the specs on that one. I call that the Classics series, where I go over those older watches. But this G-Shock, very cool. Definitely a thick, rugged, watch. Got that, I love that double tang on the clasp. Very interesting. This is the model number G8900-1. And I think this was a Walmart exclusive based on what I see on the labeling, but I don't know. G-Shock, of course, was developed by Casio Watch Company originally in the early 80s, I think 1981. And the idea came up with it, and that original G-Shock, the squared off face, was based on a design by one of their engineers because they had damaged a mechanical watch. They thought they wanted a rugged watch, and they came up with this idea of a 1010, and it was 10 years of battery life, 100 meters of water resistance, and it would survive a fall of 10 meters. And it seemed like they just expanded on that, and they just got higher and higher in their shock resistance, and they were known for shock resistance. There were videos of them being run over by cars and everything back in the day. And I put this on just for the video, but this is this little Carl Boucher or whatever. Interesting, just little grab that I picked up just for fun. It is shiny. It is a flyback chronograph, not a true chronograph. And I will say it does have a little ticker when you push the button, and it's not the great pusher, but spins right back around. And well, there you go. Just a fun little doodad watch. I'm gonna give one of these away pretty soon, so keep your eye out. So back to the G-Shock. I wanted to show a few of the specs here, and of course, G-Shock resist on the back. Let's measure this. It's billed at, let's see, I think it's billed at 45 millimeter. We're not gonna pick up those lugs. Wow, that's up. Well, I'm catching that lug there. 45.6. Thickness is quite beefy. It's 15.9. That is thicker than the Panerai, which explains a lot. The lug to lug, I think, is an interesting number on these because it's a little bit misleading. The lugs are right at, this is 56 at the end of that plastic lug where that strap starts, and you see the straps go on. There's a screw here, and I'm going to try that on. This is my wrist, 7¼ inch, it's about 7.3, give or take. I've got a strange shaped wrist, I believe, but let's see if I can get that on for everybody. Not the easiest to do. That strap is pretty stiff, so, well, definitely a cool watch. Wow, I mean, it doesn't look like a hockey puck, at least. Well, maybe a bit hockey puckish. Got that little bit of a gap right in there. So, however, not terrible. Definitely rugged. You can take this through anything. Now, you push the G here for the light, turns on the light. That's how you do it. So there is no loom necessarily. And this one has 200 meters of water resistance. You can do anything with this watch. And I'll show you some of the modes here. This is the normal mode. It's Friday the 15th, 7:35. You see the DST, that's Daylight Standard Time. You click mode, it goes to the next time zone that's in the roster. That's LIS Lisbon. So it has multiple time zones. It also has a temporary setting where you can change your instant time zone. So that's the alarm. You can turn your alarm on or off. You have a timer, of course. You have a stopwatch, start, stop, that works like usual. And then back to the usual time zone. And I will show you how to rotate through the time zones. Let's see if I can figure that out. I do believe, yeah, there's London, Madrid, Paris, Romania, no, Rome, that's Italy, yeah, right there, 135. Some of these I don't even know. That's Greece, Athens, Greece. I don't know what those are, but you get the point. It goes through so many of them, and it will take us right back around to Chicago eventually. But Bangkok right there, 7:36 p.m. on the 15th. Singapore. So this is a world timer, of course. Hong Kong. Wow. Taipei, Tokyo, Adelaide. That's Guam, I would imagine. Sydney, Australia. Very cool. And we'll go right back to Chicago, right there. There we are, 7:36 in the morning. Well, just a cool watch. Definitely an awesome statement piece, I would say. So yeah, if you're looking for a fun one to pick up that's tough and you can do anything in, well, there you go. Thanks for watching. Oh, and by the way, keep in mind, no matter where you go, there you are. And you might as well be wearing a watch. Bye.